Welcome back to Fox Racing PC. Welcome back to round three. Welcome back to the BMW M3 Sport Evo Group A. And what a race we had in race one, with plenty of battles through the field, not only for the lead, but also in the midfield. And we are again in race two at the Buenos Aires circuit number 9. Look at how many configurations we have possible, and there are some even longer configurations, so possibly this will become quite a popular circuit with all Fox Racing PC, as different configurations will be chosen. You can see here the locals looking very happy indeed. Here drinking some coffee or beer, and meanwhile the starting grid, it is again Chris Perry on pole position, but can he win it this time? Mark Alder alongside him, Rob Oldham, nicely done in third place, followed by Jürgen Smets. Dennis Dernhead and Mike Stevens, Fred Bakker and Kev Allen, Diogo Silva in 9th, followed by Luna, Jorge Luna in 10th, Stubby Dooby in 11th, and then we've got David Good and Matt Coward completing the set of starters, and we have one more because Matt um, managed to join the action for this race too. So let's enjoy some more close racing and look at the race leader and pole position man Chris Perry. He's had a good start, and so did Rob Oldham. Everyone is still going nicely there. Let's go on the chase camera with Kev Allen as usual. He's the best driver to follow when we want to follow accidents. And everyone very nicely to turn one there. Very nicely indeed to turn one. Diogo Silva in 9th. And pretty much, oh, look at this. Look at Rob Oldham on Mark Elder. Oh, contact almost. There was a bit of contact there. Wow, look at that. Mark Elder already on the defensive. As look at this, 3 wide behind them. As Kev Allen was trying to go on the outside of Fred Bakker, but now is under pressure from Mike Stevens. Nicely done there, Kev Allen up into 7th place. As they go now like a snake. Single file there, but there's already someone trying to go. That's Fred Bakker. No, that's not Fred Bakker. That's Darren Head on Jürgen Smets. Look at this. Mark Elder is trying to go defensive. Let's follow Fred Bakker, or even better, let's follow Kev Allen to make sure we don't miss any of the action. Do we have a leaderboard, a functioning leaderboard? That would be a great piece of news. And yes, we have. Mark Elder is following Chris Perry. 3rd is Rob Oldham. 4th, Jürgen Smets. 5th, Darren Head. 6th is Fred Bakker. 7th is Kev Allen. And then is Mike Stevens, Silva. 10th is Jorge Luna, Stubby Dooby in 11th, followed by David Good. And David Good is on the outside, on the inside. I'm sorry. Oh, look at this, Stubby Dooby. He's running wide, almost running wide. That number 33, the black car. They run side by side through the corner. And Matt Coward is a very interested spectator. Oh, look at this, nicely done there by Stubby Dooby, the rookie. Now going on the outside, and there was some good defending there. Oh, and it seems to me that we had someone. Look at this, Darren Head is Chris Perry. Chris Perry has made a mistake, and this has become a little bit of a theme throughout his old Fox Racing PC career, because he's now shown in 4th place, and it's again in the first corner. It's again in the first corner, and it's again almost like a carbon copy. He was leading the race, but look at this, he just gets offline, and now he's just a bit of a passenger. He manages to get back into the tarmac, but there goes Mark Alden, there goes Rob Oldham, there goes Jürgen Smets, and here comes Darren Head, surely. Darren Head is coming for Chris Perry, and he's going to go on the inside of this heavy braking point into the hairpin. And here comes Darren Head, and look at this, Chris Perry trying to retain the outside line, but seems to be that Darren now is side by side, but now Chris is going to have the inside of the corner, and everyone continues to battle hard there, as the top 7 are pretty much nose to tail. Look at the 7th place man, Kev Allen, is 2.7 seconds away from the leader. There's a side by side there with, I believe that's Rob Oldham. Oh, look at this, look at Rob Oldham. That was No, it was not Rob Oldham, it was Chris Perry. Yes, it was Chris Perry on someone. So we'll get a replay on this. I'm sorry that I confused Chris with Rob, but this was a good move on Jürgen Smets, and that's really coming out of that corner. You can see that Chris has the better line, and Jürgen is in the curve, and now they're running side by side, and Chris is going to execute this perfectly, but of course they're still losing a little bit of time, and here comes Darren Hedder drifting through that corner, and now trying to go on the inside of Jürgen. And some very, very interesting racing going on there. Look at Darren Head. He's keen to get into that top four. Mark Elder continues to lead from Rob Oldham. Less than a second separates the top two. And Darren is now behind Jürgen. Seems to me that he has more pace, but he needs to look after his tires as well. Tire wear is going to become a factor later on in the race. Oh, look at this, so close. And Darren is now on the inside of this corner, which leads you to the inside of the hairpin. They run side by side. Look at this, Jürgen is running wide. I think there's going to be job done for Darren Head. Yes, it was. And Fred Bakker is behind Fred Bakker. Oh, look at Jürgen Smets. He's struggling a little bit with his tires. Now under pressure from Fred Bakker. Look at that. That's pretty intense racing here. I wonder how this is going to affect the tire wear later on in the race. Still on lap 3. And look at Chris Perry already right behind Rob Oldham. And what a battle here between these 5 drivers. Let's look at Chris Perry. He is in 3rd place. He's actually not that far behind the leader, Mark Elder. He's only a second behind. Let's go back and see some action from elsewhere. Mike Stevens is still in 8th. Diogo Silva in 9th. Dennis Luna, Scooby Dooby. And oh, look at this. He's again at it with David Good. And Luna has gone ahead of these drivers. I think he was ahead already. They're running side by side now. It seems to me it's job done by David Good. They leave each other space. And yes, David Good up into 11th spot. Let's go back and see what's happening elsewhere, as Chris Perry was trying to make a bit of a half-hearted move on Rob Oldham. And something has happened. Something has happened to Scavallen. Scavallen wasn't last the last time we checked. And ooh, he's been in the barrier. Did he have any assistance? Is the question. And the answer is no. But he has been rally crossing big time there at the exit of turn 1. He just goes a little bit wide, and now he's basically trying the Argentinian rally and avoids the first board, doesn't avoid the second, and doesn't avoid the third. Oh, and now spins. That was a bit of a weird finale as he spins into the barrier, and now he is basically dead last. We'll see how much he can recover, but look at this, the top 4 are again at it, and they're very close to one another, with Jürgen Smets in 5th, not far behind. 6th is Fred Bakker, 7th, up to 7th is Mike Stevens, up to 8th is Diogo Silva, up to 9th is up to the top 10 is David Good. So let's look for battles as Chris Perry really wants to get a move on Rob Oldham, but really can't because he's too far behind. And this is allowing Darren Head. Darren is driving very aggressively indeed. Let's look at the lap times of the top 4 to get a sense of pace. 121.424 for Mark Elder. Actually 121.2. 121.5 for Rob Oldham. 121.6 for Chris Perry. 121.7 for Darren Head, and the top 4 are on the 121s. Then Jürgen Smets and several others are on 122s, as things are now a little bit more sorted out. We don't have that many drivers on top of one another, and we'll keep an eye on Kev Owen and where can he get. It seems to me that Owen Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Rob Holden made a mistake. Rob Holden made a mistake and lost second place. And what on earth happened here? As he's a bit offline. He now is off and bang, bang. Only missed the 50-meter board. Now gives space to Chris Parry. And Darren Head is certainly there, very close indeed, and he's got him. He's got him, and Rob lost a lot of momentum coming out of the corner, and now has Jürgen Smets for company, as Chris Parry, who started on pole position and led the first lap, is now in second place, under second from the leader, as Jürgen Smets now is trying to get Rob Oldham. And what happens with this car is when you do a mistake, and look at this, Rob Oldham is again off the track. He's off the track, and oh, this is almost a replay of race one, with the difference that he didn't T-bone anyone in this case, but we saw this move exactly in race one, except that he landed right on Chris Perez's door, is off the track, and now he is. Oh, and that's the grand finale, a spin into the gravel trap, and pretty much the whole field is going through, as this is David Good and Stubby Dooby are still 10th and 11, but Rob is down into 10th. So let's look at the leaders now. Look at this. Chris Parry wants to recover that lead. The gap is now very small. 0.4 of a second is what separates the top two, and Darren Head has lost a bit of momentum. And look at this, Chris Parry is absolutely coming for the lead of this race. Lap 6. We haven't even gotten to the midpoint of this race. Keep an eye on that battle. Let's look for other battles. Darren Head and Jürgen Smets are both running together. On their own. Sorry. Fred Bakker is not behind. It's not far behind Jürgen. 6th is Mike Stevens. 7th is now Diogo Silva. 8th is Jorge Luna. Oh, Jorge Luna has a problem there, and this could be Rod Oldham's chance. No, it isn't, because he's too far behind. In 9th, that is David Good. And Kev Allen hasn't really made much progress either. He still sits 13th. Let's look for the. Oh, look at this, side by side for the lead. How did this happen? We'll get a replay. But it seems to me that Chris Parry has a very good exit from the last corner. And, Mark Elder did go defensive a little bit, but he slid a little bit too much. And Chris Parry had a perfect exit using the curb there as well to get some more acceleration. And now they are side by side, but I suspect that Chris Parry, being on the inside line, is going to do it. Yes, Chris Parry is already in the lead of the race. Here comes Mark Alder trying to defend the position, of contact! Almost contact. Where is Darren Head? Is a few car lengths behind. But can Mark Elder come back immediately at the battle for the lead? As they are now, look at Chris Parry's time is 1:21.283. That's very fast indeed. Let's look for other battles through the field. It seems to be that Chris Parry has got the pace in this combo. Now he just needs to steer away from mistakes. Oh, something is happening there. Something is happening there. That's Jürgen Smets making a mistake. Jürgen Smets is making a mistake. No, that's Darren Head. I'm sorry, that's Darren Head. Darren Head has made a mistake. And Jürgen Smets was almost getting him. But Jürgen now has a chance, maybe on the inside here. He's too far behind. And I think that the tires are starting to fail on this car. As Jürgen Smets continues to go after Darren Head's position. Keep an eye on the battle for first. Different lines here through the first corner by all these three drivers. Darren Head, look at Jürgen Smets, nice exit there, nice exit, and Darren almost was going wide there, but just kept it in something concrete just by the lowest of margins, smallest of margins. And he's driving very aggressively, trying to resist and defend the position from Jurgen Smets, almost rally-like in the way he's doing the corners. And this is allowing a lot of drivers to close in. Look at the race leader, Chris Perry, already 8 tenths of a second ahead of Mark Elder. But the big battle is here for third place. Darren Head in third, Jürgen Smets in fourth. Fifth is Fred Bakker, sixth is Mike Stevens, and then there is a bit of a gap to Diogo Silva in seventh. Eighth is Rob Oldham, ninth is Luna. Rob Oldham has got ahead of Luna, so he is recovering. And oh, a bit of a dive there by Mike Stevens, but Fred Bakker fortunately saw it and defended very nicely indeed. As these four drivers are separated by almost nothing. This is Diogo Silva running on his own. Then is Rob Oldham. Then is Luna. Then is David Good. Then is Stupidubi. Oh, a bit of a problem there at the exit. Kev is up into 12th. And Matt Coward is in 13th. So Kev has made a move for 12th place. We'll keep an eye on the battle for the lead, but the big battles are around here because Mike Stevens is coming again at Fred Bakker. This is the battle for the top 5. Last position top 5. Here comes Mike Stevens now on the inside and runs wide. Mike Stevens. Runs wide, and this is the problem with this combo. The brakes are not spectacular, and you just have to be a little bit more side by side than what Mike was there with Fred Bakker in order for the move to stick. Otherwise, you just end up out braking yourself, and you go off line, and you go to places that don't have a huge amount of grip. And your tires are already worn out, now they become dirty, and then it's a bit of a dance for the rest of the lap, for the rest of the race. Look at Jürgen Smets, he's coming back at Darren Head, and let's follow. Look at this, Darren, well, the leaders are on lap 9. Darren is now 5 seconds from second place man Mark Elder, so definitely the top 2 have checked out pretty much from the rest of the pack. As Jürgen continues to try to make a move. Oh, he's making a move. But Darren Head just shuts the door there in turn 1. Different lines through turn 1 as we've seen from other drivers. As Mike Stevens continues to go after Fred Bakker, and now he's going to try again at the hairpin. Will he or not? Difficult to run side by side in this corner. It's a fast corner, but tricky to run side by side, and a bit of a bump. No, as Mike Stevens manages to stop that BMW on time. Closest battles on the field are these ones for third and for fifth, respectively, with Jürgen Smets and Mike Stevens attacking Darren Head and Fred Bakker. The other positions are more or less stable. There's a big battle there between Stupidubi and Kev Owen, and I think Kev Owen is going to go. And oh, there's going to be contact here. There's going to be contact, and Stupidubi is in the tire barrier. And we made this switch in good time. I think that, well, let's look at this since the beginning of time, because it seems to me, yes, this had been happening for a few corners. Now Kev is on the inside here, and he goes, but then Scooby-Dooby is getting now on the inside. Now Kev is on the outside, and he's trying to stick to the outside line, and he loses the position, but comes with more momentum, and now this thing here didn't have that much space, did it? And that recovery was probably not going to work. And he ends up being overtaken also by Matt Coward. Look at Mark Elder, he's coming back at Chris Perry. The gap was a second. Now it's under a second as these 4 guys, Darren Head, Jürgen Smets, Fred Bakker, and Mike Stevens continue to battle. Lap 11, we have 15 laps in this race, so there'll be 4 to go at the line when they next cross. And look at this, it's more than a group of 4. It's now 2 groups of 2 because Darren and Jürgen have checked out from Fred and Mike. And well, that's the other problem with this combo is that you can run more or less the same pace as another car in front, but really not be able to go into that side-by-side situation where you can get the corner, because this is a car that's not very it's not very good to do dive bombs with this car, because it probably means that you just don't break yourself. It's quite tricky. You at least get out of line, and certainly you're going to lose time and possibly lose the position back. Now look at this. Let's look at Jurgen Smets. Oh, that's a nice exit there by Jurgen, and not a great exit by Darren. But can he keep the momentum, Jurgen? I don't think so. Something happened at the back with Kev Allen. Something happened at the back with Kev Allen, and we've seen him go around Stubby Dooby, but now he seems. Oh! I have a suspicion that. But how did Kev lose the position again? Because, well, this needs a proper investigation. Because Kev Allen, not only had he overtaken Scooby Dooby, but he also had gained quite a lot of ground. So we're not quite sure what happened here. Um, and it seems that Kev Allen lost it on his own. And well, this has been a terrible lap for Kev Allen, as he, I'm not really sure what happened. Oh, Kev Allen, Kev Allen decided to stop and wait, which is a very honorable, uh, if a bit unnecessary in this case, because really I don't think he was at fault there. I don't think he was at fault, but now they're just losing a lot of time. And what is quite interesting is that they're going to tangle again in a few corners. So um, let's see how this develops, because Kev is coming back at Stupid Dooby. Oh, and he is. Oh, look at that! Look, there seems to be like some championship points awarded for knocking down the boards, because most boards around this circuit have been knocked down by someone or the other. Now Kev is coming back, and he's probably going to try the inside line or the outside line. We'll see. He does a bit of a switcheroo. No, he doesn't. As they go through turn one. Now he's got a better exit, better traction, and they touch there. And Kev is off, and so is these two are the new BFFs of All Faults Racing PC. As they, it is a disaster for Kev Allen, as he is losing enormous amounts of time. He is in last place again, and possibly the leaders. Well, the next drivers that these guys will see are the leaders of the race. And yes, there you go. That's Chris Perry and Mark Elder. And Kev Allen has gone a lap down. Oh, and Stubby Dooby is still is. Oh dear. The two new BFFs at the back of the grid, as I think Stubby Dooby, he was trying to let the leaders through. Yes, he was. But almost. Mark Elder collected there. But in any case, well, that puts Kev Allen up into 12th place, as Darren Head is now recovering from, he's again defending from Jurgen Smets. And one thing we have not seen, and we'll definitely get the replay, is Fred Bakker, because Fred was in 5th place and has dropped down quite considerably. He's now in 9th. He's been overtaken not only by Mike Stevens, but also by Diogo Silva, by Rob Oldham, and by Jorge Luna, so I suspect something nasty has happened to Fred, and we'll have a look at what that was. He has been in the gravel trap, and did he have any assistance is the question, as we'll see this from Mike's perspective. Oh, there was no contact whatsoever, but Fred has been. Now we can see the rear lights of the BMW. Now he's a bit stuck. He presses the reset button, engages first gear, and off he goes. But let's see now that we are 3 laps away from the end. How's it going? This is again Mark Elder going around Cavallen and Scooby Dooby. They are first and second. Third is Darren Heads. Fourth is Jurgen Smets. Fifth is now Mike Stevens. Sixth place man is now Diogo Silva. Seventh is Rob Oldham. Eighth is now Jorge Luna. Ninth is Fred Bakker. And Fred is not that far behind Jorge, so a good battle for 8th place is building up here. 10th is David Good. Look at that. Oh, David Good is off the track. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What on earth is happening here? I think David just got a bit distracted there with the other car. That's Scooby-Dooby, that's a lap down. But lost it, but does not lose a position, crucially. 11th is David Good, 12th is Cavallen, and 13th and last is Scooby-Dooby that did not have the best of laps. 147 is, of course, a result of multiple excursions off the track. Now, we are on lap 13 and the 2 leaders are separated by half a second. As a couple more laps to go at the end of this one. But definitely Mark Elder. Oh, look at this, Mark Elder. Very close indeed. Oh, and Jurgen Smets is up into 3rd place. Jurgen Smets is up into 3rd place. What on earth happened here? We need to get this replay. As Jurgen finally managed to go on the inside, it seems, of turn 1. Well, it's the end of turn 1, but nice exit there by Jurgen. Not the greatest of exits by Darren, and now Jurgen is going side by side, and he is ahead of Darren Head. But look at Darren, oh, a bit of bumping there, but look at Darren, he's going to get right back at him on the inside of the hairpin, and now Jurgen is on the defensive and then just shuts the door. This is a bit the etiquette of last few laps of the race, and Jurgen definitely was entitled to a bit of hard racing there, as there's only a couple of laps to go, and this is, after all, touring car racing, and there's no good touring car racing without a bit of contact. But nicely done there by Jurgen Smets. He caught Darren unaware and capitalized on the mistake. Look at this, Darren is all over the place there, all over the place now, going on the inside there. But Jurgen already showed that he's able to shut the door, but this time around he actually left the door a bit open, and he's lost the position, and Darren Head, or does he? Darren Head is going to be ahead, but Jurgen is not far behind. And where is Mike Stevens? Mike Stevens is definitely not far behind these two now. Oh, whoa, we've got a nice battle. Whoa, what happened? Chris Perry. He's 4 seconds behind Mark Elder. How did this happen? Is it another mistake, or did they tangle? And we cannot wait to find out. Ooh, is that the well. Oh. Doesn't look like he had any assistance. Oh, and now he's oh dear. That's the race right there. He now comes back through the, well, one of the other 9 alternative circuits. He doesn't lose 2nd place, but now he's lost certainly the ability to fight for the win, as Darren Head recovers 3rd place, and this has been a great battle, which we will watch from Mike Stevens' perspective. Now lap 14 out of 15, only a couple of laps to go. And whoa, 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 whoa. Look at Mike Stevens. He wants a bit more. Now he's coming on the inside of Jürgen Smets. Jürgen is trying to defend. Oh, almost contact there. But Mike is on the inside. He's got more momentum, and Jürgen is going to have to yield. Surely no, he does not yield. As they go into this heavy breaking point, contact between Mike Stevens and Jürgen Smets. Oh, and the three of them go off. The three of them go off. The three of them go off. Darren Head retains third place. Let's look at this from Jürgen's perspective, because I think there was just a little bit too much of enthusiasm here. We'll have a look and figure out who is going to be apportioned some responsibility. Now, Jürgen Smets, he's got a good exit. He actually is very much behind Darren Head, but Mike Stevens is coming with such momentum. Now, Jürgen, you can see he's not even in the middle of the track. He's already going defensive. The problem is that Mike Stevens is already, well, he's already pretty much side by side with Jürgen, so he definitely realizes that he has to give Mike space, but he also realizes that he can go side by side there, and he's got a bit of space there at the exit, and Mike also recognizes that and gives him space. Now, this is where the bad stuff happens, because Jürgen is in the curb and he gets a bit out of shape, hits Mike that's just a little bit, then hits them hits him a second time, and that's what triggered this. As Jürgen, and then Darren Head is collected there by by an uncontrolled Jürgen Smets. This leads to what? Mike Stevens is back there. Jürgen Smets is back there. So, well, they pretty much. Oh, and Diogo Silva is off as well. Almost went off in sympathy. Well, he was not part of this. Well, he was running a few seconds behind, but just seems to me he went off in sympathy. Yes, he went off in sympathy, and now he's rally crossing his way, which is not the fastest way through that corner, and loses it and loses the position to Rob Oldham. Rob Oldham up into 6th place. And incredibly, the other three have almost not changed position. Darren Head is with third. Mike Stevens is up to 4th, which is where he was before, right before the incident. He was ahead of Jürgen Smets. Jürgen is in 5th spot. The only driver that lost a position was Diogo Silva because he ran wide at the hairpin. Now, last lap for Mark Elder. He's going to win again. But that's again going. Someone. Jürgen Smets and also Mike. Oh dear. Jürgen Smets, what on earth happened there? This is the problem with this car. You just have an incident, you go off track, and now your tires are completely messed up. As he was, he's rallying his way there, but ends up facing the wrong way, and there goes Rob Oldham. Now reset button, and can Diogo Silva actually recover any of the positions? The answer is no. And look at that, Rob Oldham, despite actually going off track himself, he's up into 5th place, and this is the last lap. And Mark Elder is the leader, followed by Chris Perry, followed by Darren Head, followed by Mike Stevens, followed by now Rob Oldham, followed by Jürgen Smets, followed by Diogo Silva. Diogo Silva is now putting pressure on Jürgen Smets. This is almost the other way around, as at the end of race 1, when Diogo was ahead of Jürgen was putting a lot of pressure. Just a few more corners to go, and we'll keep an eye now on the race leader. That number 16 is going to win race 2 here at Argentina, Buenos Aires, and the Czech flag is in the air, and yes, it is Mark Elder. Second place man is going to be Chris Perry from pole position, but still not the win here in Argentina. Third is going to be Darren Head. Fourth is going to be Mike Stevens. But look at this, Rob Oldham, Jürgen Smets, and Diogo Silva. Diogo Silva, is he going to dive? No, he's too far behind. Maybe he's going to go for the move at the exit, and he can't. And I think they're going to finish like this. Rob Oldham 5th, Jürgen Smets 6th, and Diogo Silva 7th. Jorge Luna is going to be in 8th spot. defending from Fred Bakker. And look at that, a bit of a mistake there. Ooh, a bit of a mistake, couple of mistakes there. But still, Fred Bakker behind uh, Luna. 10th is going to be David Good. And the 11th is going to be Matt Coward. Last man on the lead lap as Kev Allen finishes 12th, a lap down. And Scooby Dooby, he was 13th, but he actually retired from the race, so that's going to be a DNF. Another good race. Touring car always leads to good racing. We should have more touring cars instead of formulas, instead of GT1s, and all that good stuff. But let's have some more good racing in All Fox Racing PC. That's all for now in the Limited channel. We'll see you later.